Welcome to AnimeFan Narrations, Solo Leveling, Episode 54.
With this trio on guard, there was no reason to worry. Jinwoo glanced toward his sister, still sound asleep, and gave a nod. At his silent command, the shadow soldiers dissolved back into shadowy forms, gliding across the floor to merge seamlessly into Gina's shadow.
Perfect.
He silently instructed them, stay hidden, and if Gina were ever in danger, eliminate the threat, no exceptions. With that, Jinwoo gently closed her door.
I feel better now.
Indeed, his lingering concerns began to ease. After double-checking the lock on the front door, Jinwoo stepped out of the apartment. Waiting for him outside, just as promised, was Yoo Jinho.
Hyungnim!
Yoo Jinho greeted him cheerfully, his expression bright and energetic.
Did you manage to sleep okay at that place?
Yeah, it wasn't bad, Hyungnim. I didn't realize it before, but motels these days are pretty well equipped.
Since Jinwoo's sister was home, he'd arranged for Yoo Jinho to stay in a nearby motel. Judging by the kid's demeanor, the accommodations must have been satisfactory.
Until we secure a proper office for the guild, you'll stay there for now.
Understood, Hyungnim.
Yoo Jinho grinned, clearly in high spirits. Jinwoo had already heard most of the story from him the previous night. As he listened to the kid recount everything, Jinwoo had held out a small sliver of hope. But incredibly, Yoo Jinho had turned down the golden opportunity to become a guild master, showing up at Jinwoo's place instead. Hearing that explanation, Jinwoo was left so stunned he had to ask. Yoo Jinho, however, responded with the tone of someone feeling unjustly accused.
You really came all this way just because I made the offer?
But Hyungnim, you told me to come.
Even so, Jinwoo couldn't bring himself to turn away a kid who had walked away from an opportunity akin to running a company just to stick by his side.
All right, let's get moving.
Yes, Hyungnim?
Yoo Jinho hopped into the driver's seat of the van, while Jinwoo took his spot in the passenger's side. With that, the van carrying the two men set off toward the Daesung Tower. Yoo Jinho stole a few glances at Jinwoo, curiosity simmering.
Why would Hyungnim need to go to the Daesung Tower this early in the morning?
The question lingered on the tip of his tongue, but thinking it would be rude to bombard Jinwoo with inquiries, he kept his thoughts to himself. When the van finally stopped in front of Daesung Tower, Yoo Jinho mustered enough courage to speak up.
By the way, Hyungnim, what are we doing at this Daesung Tower?
I'm off.
Huh?
Yoo Jinho quickly turned toward the passenger seat. But by then, the door was wide open, and Jinwoo had already vanished.
Didn't something like this happen before?
Scratching his head, Yoo Jinho mused to himself.
Hyungnim really has a knack for disappearing, doesn't he?
You have entered the demon's castle dungeon.
Jinwoo deactivated his stealth skill.
It feels good to be back.
Knowing he'd returned to a place where he could truly unleash his abilities, he felt his pulse quicken in anticipation. The moment he stepped through the gates of the castle, a familiar mechanical tone rang out as if it had been awaiting his arrival.
A new quest is available.
Unlike his first visit, Jinwoo was unfazed by the notification. After all, the initial quest he had received upon entering the castle had been titled, Collect the Souls of Demons 1. It was only a matter of time before the next part of the quest revealed itself. Jinwoo summoned the message window.
Normal quest, collect the souls of demons. 2. The ruler of the demons, Baran, resides on the top floor of the demon's castle. Defeat Baran and claim his soul. Successfully sealing the soul of the demon king will yield extraordinary rewards. Quest prerequisites. Completion of normal quest. Collect the souls of demons. 1. Re-entry into the demon's castle. Quest objective. Eliminate the demon king. Rewards. 1 highest grade rune stone. 2. 30 bonus stat points. 3. Unknown reward.
So the goal is to defeat the Demon King?
Jinwoo's face lit up with excitement. No more wandering from one spot to another. His mission now was straightforward. Reach the top floor of the demon's castle as quickly as possible. And the rewards were nothing short of incredible.
30 bonus stat points.
The previous quest felt like a grueling chore, forcing him to gather 10,000 demon souls. Despite all the effort, he only received 20 bonus stat points in return. This time, though, slaying just one demon king would net him 30 points. To put that into perspective, he'd need 10 days of daily quests or 6 level-ups to accumulate a similar amount of points. A wide grin spread across his face as he considered the unexpectedly generous reward.
And this highest grade rune stone, what could it be?
He turned his attention to the details of the first reward.
Highest grade rune stone. Shadow exchange. By breaking this highest grade rune stone, you can acquire a class-specific skill.
A new class-specific skill?
Jinwoo's eyebrows rose in surprise. Up until now, he had acquired 3 invaluable class-specific skills: Shadow Extraction, Shadow Storage, and Sovereign's Territory. Each one had proven essential in its own way. The idea of adding another powerful skill to his arsenal made his heart race with anticipation.
What kind of ability could this be?
Eager to learn more, he searched for further information about the skill. However, only the name was displayed. There was no additional description available. Jinwoo clicked his tongue in mild disappointment.
Well, I guess I'll find out after completing the quest.
A class-specific skill and 30 bonus stat points were already enticing on their own, even without factoring in the mysterious reward. The temptation to head straight to the top floor in one shot was strong, but
Before diving in, there's something I need to check first.
Jinwoo brought up his status window for the first time in a while.
Name, Sung Jinwoo, level 80. Title, The One Who Overcame the Adversity, Extra 1. HP, 24,406. MP, 5,019. Tiredness, 0. Stats, Strength, 186. Endurance, 145. Agility, 175. Intelligence, 189. Perception, 126. Remaining points available to distribute, 0. Reduction in physical damage, 46%. Skills, passive skills, unknown, level max. Tenacity, level 1. High-grade dagger technique, level 2. Active skills, dash, level max. Vital points targeting, level max. Intimidation, level 1. Dagger throw, level 2. Stealth, level 2. Ruler's reach, level 2. Class-specific skills, active skills, shadow extraction, level 1. Shadow storage, level 1. Sovereign's territory, level 1. Crafting skill consumable, Divine Water of Life, 2/3. Equipped items, Red Knight's Helm, S. Demon Sovereign's Earring, S. Demon Sovereign's Necklace, S. Advanced Knight's Breastplate, B. Advanced Knight's Gauntlets, B. Advanced Mage's Ring, B. Intermediate Assassin's Shoes, C.
His level had already climbed to 80. Because he had dedicated every single bonus stat point to intelligence, this stat now exceeded his strength.
I'm almost hitting 200 intelligence points.
As a result, his total MP had surpassed 5,000. Mana was essential, acting like a cheat code that allowed him to revive his shadow soldiers endlessly. But considering how his army would only grow larger over time, even 5,000 MP felt like it might not be enough.
All right, time to get moving.
There wasn't a moment to waste. Jinwoo dismissed the status window. Standing on the first floor of the demon's castle, he knew reaching the 76th floor, where his progress had been paused, wouldn't take much time. He approached the floor transfer magic circle without delay.
Floors 1 to 76 have been unlocked. Which floor would you like to travel to?
Without hesitation, Jinwoo spoke.
76.
The circle erupted in a brilliant flash of light. In the blink of an eye, everything around him transformed. Before him now was a city engulfed in roaring flames. Although the protective barrier of the floor transfer magic circle shielded him from external effects, the intense heat seemed to scorch his skin regardless. Jinwoo set his bag down and retrieved 2 artifacts from within. One was a black cloak named the Wind Robe by its creator, and the other was an unnamed ring infused with water-based magic. He donned both, the robe first, pulling its hood over his head, and then slipping the ring onto his finger. For the first time, he felt like a proper mage-type hunter.
This feels much cooler.
The heat that had pressed down on him moments earlier now felt like the refreshing air of a deep cave.
I wonder if these will hold up against the flames of the demon's castle.
Jinwoo cautiously stepped out of the protective boundary of the magic circle. To his relief, the artifacts proved their worth. The sweltering heat that had been unbearable during his previous visit no longer bothered him.
Will this robe make moving around awkward?
Unsure, he shifted his body in various ways, testing its flexibility. Surprisingly, the robe felt light and easy to move in, justifying its name, the Wind Robe.
Perfect.
With his preparations complete, Jinwoo turned his focus outward. But it seemed he wasn't the only one ready. Demons had already caught the scent of their intruder and were forming a mob to rush toward him. Previously, he might have welcomed the chance to stretch his muscles or explore every corner of the floor for experience points.
But now?
With his mother's recovery tied directly to how quickly he could finish this dungeon, he couldn't afford to waste any time. Instead of summoning his daggers as he usually did, Jinwoo opted to call forth his shadow soldiers first. The familiar black shapes emerged.
Where's Fangs?
Jinwoo scanned the group for his prized soldier. As he suspected, the higher the soldier's rank, the closer they were summoned. Fangs stood directly behind him, ready for orders. Jinwoo retrieved the Bead of Avarice from his inventory and placed it in Fangs' hand.
This is yours now.
Although Jinwoo was classified as a mage type, the bead's amplification ability didn't have any effect on him. However, he was confident it would be immensely beneficial for a sorcerer like Fangs. Fangs bowed his head deeply as if to convey his gratitude. The towering forms of the approaching demons grew closer.
All right, time to get to work.
Jinwoo instructed his soldiers to prepare for combat and tightened his grip on Baruka's dagger and Night Killer. The demons surged forward like an unstoppable wave, closing in rapidly. But Jinwoo's forces were anything but outnumbered. Unlike his tense demeanor during his earlier journey here, this time, he wore a calm expression. He bided his time before shouting.
Go.
Or rather, he was about to yell, "Go now!" Before the words fully left his mouth, a monstrous, blazing pillar of fire descended from above at an angle, engulfing everything in its path.
What the hell?
The terrifying flames annihilated everything they touched, reducing demons and even the ground to molten debris in mere moments. The demons were wiped out in an instant, and the familiar sound of system notifications rang repeatedly in Jinwoo's ears.
Level up, level up.
No way.
Trying to suppress the shock in his chest, Jinwoo turned around to check. There stood Fangs, now towering at nearly twice the size he had been when alive, gray smoke curling out from his mouth. Jinwoo swallowed hard.
Is this the power of the Bead of Avarice?
Considering these demons had to possess some natural resistance to fire, given their habitat, the fact that they were incinerated so effortlessly was astounding. As the realization hit him, a soft laugh escaped his lips.
Could I actually clear this dungeon faster than I anticipated?
Jinwoo gazed at the scorched battlefield and the smoldering remnants of his enemies, his heart swelling with a sudden burst of excitement.
Thanks for watching Solo Leveling on AnimeFan Narrations. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for updates. Share your thoughts in the comments. See you next time.